morning, Genevieve.
Good morning.
I'm so glad that you're here. We were chatting in the last hour kind of about family life, about Supernatural with your husband, Jared, and that's where you two met and how that's coming to an end. But I want to make sure that we spend a little time focusing on the things that you really concentrate on. And Now and Jen has been something that you've put a lot of heart and soul into.
Yeah, I started out as an actor, and I still consider myself an actor, but my career kind of went on the back burner, and my husband, as you know, has been on Supernatural now for this will be their 15th year, which is crazy. And so he films up in Vancouver, and we started having kids, and I just have been focusing on being a mom. And after I was pregnant with our daughter, I really just wanted to channel my energy into something and find a creative outlet, but something that I could also be at home and be with my kids. And so I thought, I'll just try this. We'll start a blog and just see what happens. And it started off as a passion project. I'll post here and there, and then suddenly it's turned into a full-blown business. And so we're really now shifting and really growing out a team, which is wild and crazy and fun, and really trying to be more mindful about what I'm saying and what the brand Now and Jen is trying to say, and really giving back is a big part of it. And one of the things we're doing, I guess part of Now and Jen is running the Boston Marathon under a charity ticket for Dream Big, giving funds and fees and equipment athletes in need, and also with Now and Jen, we partnered with Bumble and did Habitat for Humanity, and we just did a big donation to Random Acts, which is going directly to Lydia House in Bellingham, which is a shelter for women and children, and getting them off the streets and giving them a home and education and that sort of thing. So it's been fun, and then on top of it, learning about fashion and talking about fashion and food and tips here and there and that sort of thing.
So if somebody is logging on to Now and Jen today, they're going to find, kind of an all-encompassing sort of lifestyle blog, but one that really has a heavy philanthropic touch.
Yeah, that's really important to me, and I feel, when I started acting, I really wanted to have a platform. I wanted to speak my beliefs and do something and make a change for the better, and now I sort of have that privilege of doing that and having a great audience that's very engaged, and it's part of, I feel like it's I have to do that. It's part of who I am and what I want to say and how I want to raise our children, to give back to our community. So that's a big part of it.
That's amazing. Well, and I know that you are running the Boston Marathon, as you mentioned. I'm going to say this because guys, this is April 15th. We're in
it's crunch time.
Crunch time, yeah. Absolutely. Actually doing crunches, probably. But one of the hot topics that I wanted to pick your brain about this morning is that we found out over the weekend that NASA will give you about $19,000, just a little less than that, if you were instead to stay in bed for 2 months. And we're talking showering, eating, sleeping, everything in bed. So as somebody who is so active, what do you think about that?
I think it's insane. I think it's wow. And being a mom, I'm God, that sounds so nice to just lay in bed.
The first 2 days would feel great.
Yeah,
right?
They would be amazing. And then I think I'd go stir crazy. I don't think that's healthy.
No, I think that's the idea, right? Is that they're going to be testing what does your body do?
Yeah.
If it doesn't have movement over the course of 2 months. And by the way, I think half the beds they're going to spin them
really?
You're in a centrifuge just to see if you're
sick?
The blood will go to your head or something like that, and your feet have to be propped up the whole time. I just think we are very busy people, right? You're way busier than I am, and so you certainly know.
Well, I like the idea of taking a step back. Can you be on your phone?
I think so.
Okay, well then you're still kind of not really unplugging or anything,
That's
so you're
true.
still
good point.
Kind of busy. And I think being active, it helps your brain, it helps your body, it helps, it literally changes everything. I was actually listening to a Dak Shepard podcast when I was running yesterday.
Yeah.
And he was interviewing Gwyneth Paltrow, and he was actually talking about how he's a sponsor, and if anyone who he sponsors comes at him with some sort of aggression or I need to change this, he goes, okay, go do a workout.
Oh, really?
Go take an hour and we'll talk and see how your mood changes. And I find that so telling and so true. I think if you can take a step back and, do anything with movement, moving your body, because you have to metabolize it and it really can change your mood. So I don't know, sitting for how many 2 months?
Yeah,
I don't know.
You might be pretty cranky, pretty horrible.
I think I'd be a horrible human being.
But you cash a pretty good check there at the end. I'm just gonna say.
That's true. But.
Well, speaking of being active, which I can tell is very important to you, we saw this trending on Reddit over the last couple of days, and I just really liked it. It's what's your signature move? Like if somebody would be like, "Oh, that's very Jen," what would that be? And it doesn't necessarily have to be a move. It can be maybe like a facial expression or something like that. What's something that is very telling of you?
Gosh, I don't know. I think for me, when I'm working out, I have this weird routine where I have to jump 3 times.
Oh.
So if I'm ready to run my race, or if I'm like back when I was playing soccer, I would have to like jump like really quickly 3 times.
Like quick little hops?
Like quick little hops. And it was like this like weird thing that I had. But my husband always says that whenever I look into a mirror or a picture, I like, I don't know, do something weird with my face. I don't know if anyone else would notice, but I do this, I guess.
It's because he loves you the most, and so he's seen you
like,
in every single photo, right?
He's like, you're doing that thing again. And I'm like, oh, shush, Jared. Yeah. But
I think mine is not actually anything physical. It's actually just that I will secretly leave the party. I will.
Oh, I do that Irish exit all the time.
Yes,
for sure.
Right?
Yeah.
And I will secretly order the Uber, and it will be waiting
Like,
outside.
I'll be at the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Yes! Yes, Jen!
I'm going to the bar. I'll see you in just a second.
Right. I go to the bathroom, I order the Uber, I come back, I see that they're there, and then I do the quick, like, okay, gotta go buy everybody. It's been so great.
I don't even do that.
Really?
No, I'm like,
it's
I'll be
hard
right
to say
back.
goodbye.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Otherwise, then you're there for another hour, and that's
Right. Somebody will draw you back into the conversation. So you literally the most Houdini.
Oh, I just am out. Yeah. And then we'll do a catch up, and I was like, it was so much fun last night. Like, yeah, wasn't it so much fun? And then no one has an idea of it.
Right, because nobody's really paying attention towards the end of the evening. Who's all present anymore? You could totally act like.
Oh, you just get out of there. Yeah.
I was there the whole time. Everybody.
Yeah, I saw it all.
Well, and I wanted to ask you as well because I know that you are happily married. And speaking of signature moves, I saw somebody on Twitter over the weekend say, I guess this is a big deal, but my wife and I switch sides every night when we go to bed. Like there's
like
no,
on the bed?
Yeah, there's no like standardized, like this is my side, this is your side. And people lost their minds. Yes, it became viral on Twitter. It's this whole thing of like, I have never, honestly, never even thought to switch sides.
You know what? My husband's gone a lot because he films in Vancouver, and I tend to like switch sides on my own. But when he's home, we're always on like one side of the one side.
Because you have your books on one side, right? Your reading glasses.
Even when we travel,
we
have this side.
You're like,
this is my space.
Yeah. What do you think about switching around?
I wonder though if it's. I mean, I think it's. I don't know. I guess it's like being on vacation, like, I'm going to take this side, let's trade it up.
Yeah, like a staycation. We're just going to, we're going to make our house way more interesting because you wake up on the
rotating the mattress. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I feel like it's not for me.
I think it's a lot of work. Even though it sounds really easy, I don't know, thinking about it. I don't know. I like the routine. Like, this is my space, and this is my smell. This is how I like my...
This is my smell. I guess I do spritz a little lavender before I go to bed on my...
Me too.
Yes, girl. I totally understand. Okay.